in front of Trump, right there, in front of the computer, finishing the edit for what's coming out this week. And
not me.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's a bit dark.
No, it's pitch black.
Pitch black. Yeah.
Geez, that's a fancy looking joint you're in just quietly.
Oh, mate, this is a little bit of lemon iced tea, mate. Mate, this is a very nice place. So was sold a few years ago for about $1.5 million. It looked nothing like what it does now. Like massive big deck on the back.
That looks pretty swish.
Mate, 3 big bedrooms, all got an ensuite, close to the beach. Been down for a swim?
Nude?
No. But I have stayed away from the sharks. So for anyone, I'm in Byron Bay. Al's in Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm at home.
There's some really nice spots down here. Funny sort of town.
In what way?
It's like a new age hippie town. It's not like a traditional. They sort of think they're hippies, but they're sort of. You can't wear that much lycra and run everywhere and think you're a hippie.
Yeah. So to you, Nimbin is the hippie for you.
Nimbin's very much more hippie spot than here. Yep.
Proper hippie, like 70s, 60s hippie.
Yeah. He is a little bit. It's like that new age hippies.
Tough.
Do you know what I mean? A little bit, like I said, a lot of running, a lot of walking. I don't see hippies wearing so much lycra.
Like Chef Pete Evans, is he down that way?
Oh, I don't know.
Haven't seen a hippie.
More probably. Well, you don't wear as much lycra.
Yeah. So I'm not a Byron hippie.
Yeah, it's, like I said, nice. Beach is nice.
Yeah, nice.
Beach is nice. The lighthouse is the
most
further eastern point, and the lighthouse is in fantastic condition. Very, very nice. Yep.
Is it like is it the next big thing?
Oh. It's nice. If you come to Byron, you'd be silly if you didn't go up there and have a look. Beautiful views. Yeah, sometimes you can see saw a pot of dolphins and stuff, but you can see some whales up there, obviously, at certain times.
Sorry, you said a pot of dolphins?
Pod, isn't it a pod?
Yeah, it's a pod. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah. No. So yeah, good spot. Like I was saying to you, hard to get a game of golf here at the moment. I could get in Monday at like 340 or 350. He goes, you won't get 18 holes. He goes, you mightn't even get 9.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is school holidays, and so what we were trying to do, what was it? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we were trying to get to Byron. Byron said no. They've got their own photographers and whatever else. They don't necessarily want us down there, and that's all good. But it would have been good to get there because when we come back from Newcastle, we drove up, stopped in at Byron, and it looked swish.
Yep.
The golf course looks swish. So,
I'll bring it away from it.
You look like a criminal. We've had Dave Lee say good morning, Alan Richo. We've had Brody say, hey, boys. And Big Boy, how you going? Good.
How you going?
Good. How's everybody else going?
Mate, going good. Mate, yeah, taking it easy.
On the juice. Oh, yeah, you've got your sacked head covers. Yeah.
Yep. Don't never leave home without them.
Well, they are pretty bloody good.
Night Fighter?
Night Fighter, yeah. That's you to a T.
Bogey Bill.
Yep. Certified bogey basher.
Yep. Every Aussie will recognise that.
Yep.
So maybe overseas, maybe not so much. Old Buffalo Bill. And of course.
Yeah. What's that? What you're looking at or something like that?
Yeah. Who you looking at?
Who you're looking at? Yeah, I've got that in the mallet.
Yes, I do have another one, but I don't have the lab paddle with me.
Yep. No, that's fair, and that's what we're going to have a chat about. because we just done Twin Waters up there with Ron Chopper. That was fantastic.
We did, mate.
And we need to say thank you because we got there not knowing. So people are like, oh, you organised to do this, and what was it like to play with Ron Chopper? So let's get that out of the way. We got there to play Twin Waters. We didn't know Ron and Joel and that were there. We know they had come from WA, but we had no idea, right? They had just finished their 18 in the morning, and we got there. We were about to grab a coffee, and we walked into the clubhouse.
Well, we were just waiting for our tee off time.
Well, basically, we were going to actually do a Monday
so we
show.
Got
we
there,
were actually going to do this.
Yep, we got there. We had a bit of time up sleeve. Thought we'd grab a cuppa.
And we basically walked in and Ron shouted out, Al, and I said, Ron, and we sat down for an hour and talked nonsense. And then towards the end of that, Ron said, he's got some time. Would you want him to, would we like him to come out? And he certainly didn't have to do that at all. And muchly appreciate Ron for doing so. So
look, do you know what, it was good fun. Do you know, look, most of the people that are doing what we do, they just want to get on the course, have some fun, put a bit of crap on each other, and move on.
Yeah, that's literally it, mate.
But it's good fun. It was some good shots. You know,
look, we played pretty solid. What did we shoot? 60. We shot 12 under. So Ron helped us get to what, 5?
Oh no, I think I helped. I think
it was you. It was your putter.
The kickoff was at par 3.
Well, mate, you hit a great shot. Like Ron said, you'd done nothing on the first hole, and then you'd done everything on the second, and then you'd done nothing on the third hole.
Something like that, yeah. I held another. It was great. I think I held another putt on the 6th before he went.
No, you 100% held some putts. So you made the birdie, your own birdie on the second hole.
Yep.
You hit a good putt on the 3rd, but he made that. We all flummed it into the bunker on the 4th.
That's right.
And then on the 5th, you made the birdie putt.
Yeah. Yep. But no. It was good fun. Ron's a good bloke.
Yeah.
They had a laugh. We talked about different bits and pieces.
Yeah, talked about life. Talked about, it was really good. Like the hour beforehand, 45 minutes beforehand was fantastic. Just sitting having a chat.
Who's the greatest golfer and why am I?
Yeah. Actually, Joel was pretty quick to say that. I like that. Joel was pretty quick to say that as he pulled up to the tee. So, yeah, mate. But it was great.
And do you know some of that same thing? We talked about some different things, some chipping, some putting, and bits and pieces. Do you know, he said, I must be one hell of a good putter for the swing I've got.
Basically, he said there'd be some heartache if you wanted to change it.
And that's that same thing, isn't it? It's how much work you're prepared to put in to change it.
Yeah, correct.
Do you know what? I hit some good shots. I hit some bad shots.
You played just fine.
If I changed my swing completely, I'd probably still hit some good shots and bad shots.
Yeah, we all hit good shots and bad shots, no matter how good we are. Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. Look, do you know what?
Oh, mate, that plover's after Ron. With that plover, watch out! It's giving me nightmares.
It's about enjoying yourself.
Correct. But that's what we've always said on the channel. It is about enjoying ourselves on the golf course.
But you watch pro golfers, those ones that go through that stage where they look happy and they play well.
Correct.
You look at them, they walk on a course and you can see a bloke go, do you know what, he looks like he wants to be anywhere but here. He might just pack up and go home.
Mm-hmm. So well, certainly we've got the Scottish Open this week. We've got some comments here just quickly. We'll get to Brody. Brody loves the sack covers, definitely better than the stock Paradigm ones. Yeah, the sack stuff is very good, and you see Joel's got some sack stuff now as well. So sack is getting around, and I really hope they do go big because the covers are great.
Do you know what? Really solid, really good. I think they're very good. You know, you pay between $70 and $100. Depends on. I think the hybrids start at about $70.
Mhm.
$100. That's a reasonable price.
Yeah, certainly for the quality. I mean, yeah, of course you get
Yeah,
stuff that comes with the clubs themselves, but again, if you want to sort of jazz it up a bit and do your own thing, that's the point, right?
yeah. Yep. Oh, look, I suppose with my putter, the original cover that came with it has got a
Mm.
Velcro
Mm-hmm.
enclosure rather than the magnetic.
Correct.
I think the magnetic closures on the putters are a little bit better.
I agree. That's the big
Yep.
difference between some of the older, maybe not older stuff,
Yes.
but some of the normal stuff, the OEM stuff, is that
Yeah.
they're not magnet covers always, and the magnet covers just finish it off a little bit better, I think.
Yeah. I look. They're a bit different. Got a little bit of colour to them. Yeah, I think they're not too bad. I think they're really good. I think they've done a good job.
Yes,
And I'm sure
correct.
over the years they'll change them a little bit and
Yeah, and
add
that's the
some
thing.
different
It's
ones
just like
in.
keep changing stuff is always good. Big Boy said new
Yeah.
Callaway X Forge looks good. Hey, thoughts? It's the
Yep.
first time in a long time, Big Boy, that they brought out a fully forged golf club Callaway one-piece forge, I believe. I think the CBs and the MBs I'm pretty sure they're just a one-piece, but this is sort of the first time in a little while that they've done that. So, well, certainly X Forge is back anyway. It's been in Japan,
Mm.
so that's good too. What did I do yesterday? I went to the launch of the T series, the Titleist T series, the fitting stuff, and that was quite interesting. They're sort of moving a little bit more into slightly different fitting way of going about it, so they can independently adjust lie angles and lofts, which other companies have just started to do, Callaway being one of them. And it's good to see them sort of moving in that direction. TaylorMade have done the same thing, but you can't independently change it. So if you change a loft, you standard lie angle, whereas you could adjust loft and lie independently. So that's really, really good of what they're doing now as well. Golf will endure. Yes, Brody, that's probably a good idea. You probably should start a collection, a sacked collection, because like I said, they are pretty good. They are pretty good.
Yeah, solid. I was surprised when we sort of got them and went, oh, yep, they're, like I said, very solid. Decent. They're not flimsy and thin, and no, they look like they'll last for quite a while.
Quite a while. No, they definitely seem
Yeah.
pretty hardy.
Yep.
And then Dave Lee saying at the range today with the grandson Jack working on the driver advice that I said. So grandson for Dave gets over the top. He wants to kind of cut his head off. Want that feeling of getting the club a little bit more behind and almost feeling like you're hitting a top spin down the line. There's other ways to do that, but like that's an easier thought pattern than just chopping down on it. Richo
Yep.
chops down on it.
Hey,
You
Dave,
get the
how's that cup going?
How's the cup going? He'll reply to that.
Yep.
But Twin Waters, like I said, it was great to play it. And what I'm editing right now, that there is my 9 holes. So we played, come back in. Did we stop? No, we didn't. We just went straight from 18 back to 1, and then just got 9 holes in because it was pretty much dark.
Yeah, we just whipped out. Yep. I didn't bother playing because we thought we'd run out of light, and we were very close. But
we were very close.
Mate, good fun. The course is in great nick. The greens were really good.
The greens were maybe the best in Queensland. Like a Noosa generally is Noosa Spring, so it'd be interesting to see how Ron went up there. But usually that is Twin Waters greens were the best Queensland greens I've putted on in.
They were really good. Yep, well, I thought they were very, very good. Geez, you'd be happy to putt on those every day.
Without a doubt. They were great. We've still got to do Noosa Springs again with you and somebody else. We've got Marucci River looking like we're doing it Monday coming. We're just trying to get a tee time. It seems like it'll be early. So hopefully that will happen. We've still got Horizons from Newcastle to come and Newcastle Golf Club to come. And so I've edited Horizons, but we'll put this out first just because it's kind of fresh. And then probably Horizons next week. So it's all happening. It's all happening.
Yep.
What's Dave got there written?
Very good. Ready to use on Thursday. Thanks. New head cover on the driver. Beautiful. Newcastle were very good.
Look, I can't wait for
Very good
Newcastle to
golf
come out.
course.
I know there's a lot. So we played Horizons that week. It had rained quite a bit, and Horizons
Yep.
was the wettest golf course of the 5 we played. Right, it was quite damp.
Yep.
And then Newcastle was so
Yeah.
good, but since we've been to Newcastle, they've been flogged by rain.
Yes. Yep. But Newcastle was great. Very, very, very good.
That has to be one of my favourite tracks. Like just enjoyment of playing a golf course.
I think so. It was a
Newcastle had
very
to be
good
pretty
golf
close.
course. Like it flows very well. There's some really good holes there. You know,
It's not great. It's not long, even though there's some long holes.
no, but it's not. It's got enough in the course without being ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
No,
like
correct.
if you play some bad shots, you know, you can be in a bit of trouble. But honestly, if you play okay shots, you'll sort of get rewarded. I thought it flowed very well.
I thought it was near perfect.
It looks nice on the eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. There's some golf courses you go to, and there's not that real sort of. I don't know. You struggle to where you want to hit it to, or where you think, oh, maybe I should go up the left or up the right. As we're there, you can pretty well see where you want to go.
There was actually a bit of movement.
And there's a few bail. There's a little bit of leeway there, so and that's what I'm saying. It's not, it's not. You go it's so tight. You look at it and go, God, I've only got to be
puckering
slightly off, and you're in trouble.
Yeah, correct. No, there was enough room to hit it on. The green complexes were big enough, even though if you're missing, there was plenty of slopes. Newcastle, when it comes out, I hope everyone enjoys that. We did play well, but it was the last of the trip, and it was later in the day too. So I think we teed off at 1 o'clock.
Yep, and
it was about 1 o'clock, and it did not rain. It was so good. It was so good. And the greens were slow, just quietly. The greens were slow.
Yep.
Because the members you were talking to, mate, Richo met plenty of friends while he's out there, as he does.
Yep.
Those boys were good value.
Yes, a couple of members there. They were sort of behind us and wandering around, and it was good. They were interested in what we were doing, and
that's true. They were older members. Some of them have been there for 40, 50 years. It was brilliant.
Very proud of their course.
Yep.
Which is good. Yeah.
As they should be. It's so what do we got there? Brody goes fly home Thursday. Might call past Golf Central, by the way. Yeah, mate, go have a hit. Big Boy says, when can we expect that video? Well, like I said, this week will be this one, which is, as you can see, there's me. That's on the night. So I played the front nine at Twin Waters again, stroke, and just played. I'm just gonna name it. Can I beat Ron Chopper's front nine? Just to milk as much of Ron Chopper as we possibly can. But again, it was if you missed it, it was great to meet Ron, and he didn't have to play with us, and really appreciate it. But when's it coming out? It'll be this Horizons, and then hopefully Scott's got the drone footage, because we didn't get to do the drone footage, and then it might be in 3 weeks' time or so.
What about Big D? He's playing at St. Lucia. Can I bless his round?
Ooh.
Go forth and play well, my son.
Big D has been absolutely blessed by Sir Richardson.
Yep. Go forth and conquer that course.
I like that. What sort of conditions? What sort of conditions is St. Lucia in? I mean, I played it a little bit ago, and
haven't played it for a while. I really like St. Lucia. I think St. Lucia is a very good course.
Again, I think you can get a bit average condition. I mean, yes, the floods and stuff like that, but I certainly think that St. Lucia as a little layout's great fun.
Yeah. Like I said, you need different sorts of courses, don't you? You don't want them all to be the same, and otherwise they all become a bit ho-hum. And you can get some courses like that, can't you, where you play a couple of the same type of courses and you go, I feel like I'm just playing the same course all the time.
That's where resort golf courses are kind of on that, like let's say we played Coinda Waters, right? which was the last vlog out before Twin Waters from Newcastle. It had like a real Pelican Watersy sort of feel. It feels like a Sunshine Coast golf course.
Yes. So if you walk from that to Newcastle, they're completely different courses. Like
just completely different.
And that's not saying that one's better than the other or anything else, because as you know, we don't go, oh, this course is better than this or whatever else. Courses are just
different styles.
What they are. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So and it depends on location and all sorts of stuff. Like, you can't go out west and expect them to always be green and fantastic when they don't have rain for 2 years.
Of course. Like, yeah. You can't expect
it's just
that.
the way it is. No.
Peter Orr says to say g'day. Hi, Peter.
Yeah, mate.
But certainly those videos, like we've got a couple in the can. Like I said, that's going to come out this week. That'll just be one video. Next week will be Horizons. We've basically got that finished. And then Newcastle, like I said, we're just waiting on the drone footage. So that whenever we get the drone footage is when we'll put Newcastle out. So maybe Marichi River will come in before that, depending on how we go. So we've basically got one more in the can, and then that's it. Malcolm, hello, Cutman Golf, old Cutman Golf. How are you? Oh, here we go. Tips for the Scottish Open. Who are you thinking to chuck $5 on? Week before the Open, is it correct? So it's Scottish Open, and then it's always British Open after that, or the Open.
I think so. I think it's the lead up. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one because all the Yanks and stuff are over there now to kind of get into it. Do you know what I mean? So you've got the guys practicing the week before. Look, it'd be nice to see Minwoo. I'm pretty sure he's over there to play it. It'd be nice to see Minwoo put a good performance together. Peter's saying Rory. Look, it's pretty hard not to say Rory. Rory's definitely very solid, right? I would imagine Scheffler's going to be playing. I would like to see Minwoo play well. You know, I think he won like Vic Open many years ago, or was close to winning that. Again, in the wind, it'd be nice to be able to see that. It'd be nice to be able to see him put it together. Big boy saying Rory looks angry. Yeah, Rory's an angry ant. He's like chucks stuff out of the cot if he doesn't get his way.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe one of the English golfers might win the Scottish Open or something.
Look, to tell you the truth, after Tommy not winning when we were up there at Twin Waters, that was hard. That would have been nice to see Tommy win on the PGA Tour, but tough.
Yeah, I think bounce back.
I mean,
what about
my phone's there, so I can't really do anything.
Is it Pesky? He's got a run in the Open, hasn't he?
Ryan Peake.
The dude that used to be the bikie.
Yeah, Ryan Peake.
Ryan Pink. Is it Peake?
Peake. Yeah, Peake with an E on the end.
Yeah, he's got a run in the Open. That'd be interesting. Hope he goes all right. Yeah. I don't know if he'll play in the Scottish Open, but hope he goes okay.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe even a Ryan Fox or something as well. You know, there's plenty of guys that would be good to see do well.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else? Comment below on what everybody else thinks. It would be very interesting because I think I saw some reels from the Bryan brothers, and they must be over in the area, and it's blowy as. So, you know, it's probably not going to be easy. All right, what do we got there? Brody, I think Pine Rivers is an interesting course. Love the layout, but a shame it's so susceptible to being a goat track. Yeah, look, it's a funny one because Pine Rivers wasn't that long ago that I felt the greens were some of the best around. And then over the last couple of years, it's just gone a little bit backwards in regards to the greens. Like the greens are usually mint. So, but again, you're right. As a layout, it's not too bad at all. You know, there's some fancy holes there.
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit weather dependent as well, isn't it? you get a lot of rain, get a bit of damage to the course itself, and
That's right.
yeah. Now, like I said, it's sort of the way it rolls and that a bit there, but yeah, it's probably copped a bit more of a harder time than probably what it deserves.
Yeah, I mean, Point River is not a bad spot. It's just it's hard to keep the grass. Like it's when it gets dry, it gets rock hard and slopey, and then you got wet spots, and then you got flowing water down there because the amount of water we have had. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Yep. Like you said, the slopey sides sort of dry out a bit when it gets really dry, but like you said, then it's wet, and of course it's going to funnel into somewhere, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Again, we'll get to Pine Rivers when we do. At some stage, like we still got to do a few more up the coast, and we still got to do that. That little 9 holes. We still got to get to Bulimba. And get people together for Bulimba. So if anyone that's watching, and in Queensland that can make it in the coming months, whenever it is, we will get out to Bulimba and we'll try to get people out. So we'll do a video there, then we'll announce we'll do something there. We'll get a couple of people out in a morning or arvo, play 9 holes, sit down, have a coffee and a yarn.
Yeah. Big boy, he's got to be in at Bulimba, doesn't he?
Big boy will be in for Bulimba for sure.
Yep.
Well,
I reckon he should come there, mate. State of origin, go Queenslander,
mate. You're south of the border for this,
mate. This is the first time I will because we're here till Thursday. This will be the first time ever I've watched the State of Origin outside of Queensland. But
really?
Do you know what's surprising? A few Broncos shirts down here, quite a few Queensland shirts.
Yeah, but they're all because they're all hippie, mate. That's what you say.
Yep. I have been wandering around in my Queenslander budgie smugglers.
Yeah. You got some photos for that?
Oh, there's one of me lying on the deck here. It keeps a lot of people away from you.
It does, yeah. Anti-social budgie smugglers.
Yep. But Bulimba would be great. Jeez.
Yeah. So Mel, we'll organise that. Like I said, we'll do 9 holes at Bulimba, and then we'll announce that we're going to do a get together. Mate, it's been ages since we've done that. Vic Park was the last one. We'd done a get together at Capera years ago. We'd done a movie night many years ago. So we might have to do that.
The mother-in-law's looking after the chickens. But go Queensland. Look, I reckon Big Papa's back. I love Papa.
Big Papa, yeah, no, fair.
Hey?
It should be a good game, mate.
Oh, mate, they brought him back for one game. I think he'll rip in. But
he'll fire up, yeah.
It'll be interesting. I think, Cam Munster's had a bad week. He'll either absolutely play the house down, or it's hard. It's hard, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a real big one. And I think a lot of the boys will lift for him.
Yeah,
big part of the team. I reckon they'll galvanise around him. And look, hopefully it's a good game.
Hopefully it's a good game. Yeah, that's the point. Hopefully it's a good game.
Hopefully I'll get out of New South Wales alive.
Yeah, especially when you're going. We're good win, guys. Yeah, that'd be you.
Yep. Running through the streets of my budgie smugglers, Queenslander ones.
Yeah,
just
Queenslander.
Queenslander.
But Peter, it'd be great to meet you too. Like I said, we'll organise that in the coming months. Like I said, we've got something organised up the coast for next week, maybe even week after. But we'll probably come back down. We'll do something down in Brisbane when Richard gets back.
Yep.
But like I said, we need to do Bulimba. We'll do that, and then we'll meet up, and then we'll do a meet up. I don't know, in a month after that or something. So
yeah. We'll just do the same.
September-ish, maybe.
Wander around, play a few holes, get a cuppa or something.
Yeah, that's it. Sit down afterwards, have a chat, just a good yarn. But Big Boy says he misses Vic Park. I agree.
Every now and then some pictures and bits and pieces come up. You look at it and, it's giant. Well, it'll be a stadium, which we could see coming.
I said residential, so I was wrong, but I said it will turn into something other than green space.
Way for governments to make money. Like you
Well,
work it out.
It's the logic, right? It's the logic of you're losing money because you're now upkeeping the place, but you're not making money that the golf course did.
There'll be concerts, all sorts of stuff there.
There better be good parking, mate, because where's the parking going to be?
Nowhere. I don't know how you get there. Because it's a fair walk. It's a fair walk from Bowen Hills to there.
Yeah, well, there used to be a train station there for the exhibition, so maybe there'll be something there. Maybe they'll use that, or by then, 2032, we're meant to be in 15-minute cities, so we should all be walking or electric vehicles or whatever it is, and we'll just get.
I think that's why people
go there.
Love Suncorp Stadium. I mean, you catch a train, they get off at Milton. Was it a 5-minute walkover?
Yep.
But then you get out, pile on the train, go home.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But,
no more cardiac hill. Should have kept 9 holes under lights to play until 11. Big boy, that was my. Even if they didn't keep 9,
I think
6 would have been enough.
9 holes. I think nine holes under lights would have been perfect.
Well, see, we always said it's to the left of the driving range. So the original first hole, second hole, and then if you were to come, so you go for 1, 2, the par 3, then walk up to 9 back down the hill, and then you'd go 9, then you go 10, 11, 12, 13 would be enough. You could do sort of that loop. So that's 7 or so holes under lights, and you get to see the city on the second shot, and you get to see the city coming back. Do you know what I mean? But if you wanted to make it 9 holes, you could easily have gone. Well, it's probably a bit too long. But you could go 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's 8 holes, and you're just sticking on that side of the range. That would have been perfect.
Yep.
It would have been perfect.
And you know what? People would go at 2 different times because you get 2 different views. You get to go and play there during the day, you get that view during the day, and then to go at night time, you get the other view.
Completely different view.
I think it would have been great, but they'll determine it was going to be something.
If you wanted to make the holes longer, then you certainly could.
Do you know there's only the local government's happy because they promised a park that was going to be equivalent to Hyde Park or was it
Central Park? Yeah.
Central Park. They were going to spend like $400 million on doing that park up like that. Now they're going to spend nothing because they've gone. There you go. We'll hand that off to the state government. Now it's all yours. That's why they're so happy.
Okay, so that $400 million that they would have budgeted on, let's spend it on doing something so that the place isn't such a hole anymore. Maybe that's what they need to do.
Well, but
there's things you could do with $400 million that wouldn't involve a stadium. Anyway,
do you know what? I reckon when the Olympics on, might be a good opportunity to go on a road trip and do some golf courses.
Mate, you're not wrong. Airbnb the houses out and just go.
I think so. I think it's going to be horrendous. I don't even know if I don't know if they'll have half the stuff built by then.
Mate, it's going to be what Victoria was for the Commonwealth Games.
You know how long it takes. I mean, plus they promised us 3 new hospitals, and mate, where are they going to get everyone to build all this stuff?
Yeah, mate. And with the budget of what it is now, and with the way inflation has gone, with sort of the cost of materials and labour, it's going to blow out by 3 to 4 times.
It's the same thing. But plumbers, electricians, and everything else, they're just doing up people's houses. They've got enough work to keep them going forever.
Yep.
And honestly, it's probably easier to come around and rewire your house or do the plumbing in your house rather than some massive big complex.
Yep, that's true.
I don't know. mate. Who
But
knows?
no, I definitely agree with getting out of Dodge when the Olympics is on.
Yep.
I mean, by that time, the kids will be out of the house. I'll be by myself. What's this? 2032.
2030.
So
No,
that's
they won't.
6 years. 6 years,
6
mate. They're
years.
gone. They'll be gone. Jamie's out. 18. Get
Right.
out.
Yeah, that's what you think. They'll still be there.
Yeah, they'll still be there. It won't be a bad thing. But
Yeah.
yes,
I don't know. I just think it's going to be hard. Brisbane's not the sort of city I don't think it's easy to move around. And, mate, you know, going up and down the coast, the roads are already horrendous. Like there'll be some venues down the coast and up the coast. Yeah, I think it'll be a nightmare. I mean, good luck to them, but don't know.
you're out.
Yeah.
Mate, speaking of Brisbane, speaking of Queensland, I watched a thing on Joe Peterson the other night. That was very interesting.
Is that the one on Stan?
Yeah. I mean, I illegally downloaded it, so come after me. But yes, that was it.
I got Stan now.
Yeah, do you?
Well, Optus Sport shut up.
Oh,
So if
really?
you want the Premier League, you got to switch over.
See, that's how they do. They just get you down to this little box, mate, because they know what you want.
Yep. But yeah, no, Joe was okay.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it because
give it a watch, because I wasn't around when Joe was around, and it was very
I
interesting.
was, but yeah, yep.
Like
I remember.
I can see how divisive he was.
Oh, without a doubt. But you know, there were some good things. Like there's areas where he goes, "I'm just going to build 4 lanes here," and they go, "Oh, I only need 2 lanes." He goes, "Oh, I've got a feeling that this is going to boom," and bang! In a few years' time, massive amount of housing. They went,
"Yep,
you're right." So he spent more money, but it was better in the long run. Like
in the long run, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he was a bit the same. Do you know what? I'm not going to get 100% of people to agree with everything I want. If I can get 70 or 80%, I'm okay.
Look, he was basically black and white. He made things done when it was done and needed to be done.
I think that's the problem, is that as a politician or running a state or a city or whatever, you can't really you're not going to please everyone.
Mate, Richo for Prime Minister, but let's start with Richo for Premier. Can we get Richo in politics?
But the problem is that we have such a world now that it's those few that you don't please that will make so much noise.
That's true. It's
the
vocal minority. Yeah.
Well, you just can't please everyone.
You can't please everyone. That's true.
No, it's just the way it goes. But I think people have to realise that.
Asking you, mate, are you cold down there?
It is a bit cold. Yeah.
It was chilly-ish this morning up here, so it must have been chilly down there.
I think it's the the coldness I get from New South Wales people. And they realise I'm from Queensland.
Oh goodness!
I tell you what, there is a lot of. I tell you what, there is.
Gaming says better to have the Olympics than affordable and abundant housing. Hey, yes, Finger Bang. I know that's been facetious, but yes, I would completely agree that we probably should do something about the housing and people coming in. You should probably get that sorted than the Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, look, call me crazy, but it ain't getting much better in there for people that need houses.
Well, you only have to look at the price of it. I mean, if you can afford to buy a house to rent, you've got to rent it for a fortune.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I've borrowed the money to invest in another house. Yeah.
My issue is they're starting to talk about capital gains on the family home, which I think is absolute nonsense. So, like, if you want to be somebody who then wants to have a house, rent it out, and then go get another one, okay, you should have capital gains. Why? You've got enough money, and look, good on you for doing it, but you've got enough money to be able to go off and service another loan. You should probably get capital gains. I agree with that. But when it's your own house that you live in, and they're looking at taxing you for capital gains on what is now inflated on your family home and you live in, that's getting a bit average.
And I tend to think the same thing is like, no, not on family house. I get it. If I've got enough money to buy 10 houses, well,
Of course.
I'm going okay.
Yeah,
but,
good for you to do so. But
people flat strat getting one,
yeah,
so they shouldn't be punished for the great Aussie dream.
And that's literally it. And it's slipping away for a lot of people. So which sucks.
It's going to get harder and harder for people.
It's turning into a political show. Dave's gone, no country ever makes a profit from the Olympics. You're correct, Dave. The only people that do make the profit is the IOC, and there's the people up the top there. The athletes don't make it. The country spends the money, and they never make it back. It's just a show.
A lot of money. It's a lot of money to get back.
It's a lot of money to get back. Again, as much as I used to love the Olympics, I don't watch it. I haven't watched it for a while.
I think one of the problems is that it's become such a massive event now, and there's so much of it on, that gone are the days where you'd sit down and go, oh, okay, the swimming's on tonight. I might watch a bit of that. Oh, we're at the swimming, but we're flicking to the this and that and everything else. Do you know what I mean? Like half the time, I just might as well see the highlights to see if an Aussie won a medal.
Mm.
And that's pretty well what people are doing. I don't think we're watching the countless hours that we probably used to. But like I said, there's so many events there, and they keep flicking from one to the other.
Yep,
we're going to the skateboard, and they show one little bit of skateboarding, and then, now we're off to this and equestrian. It's like, do me
beach volleyball.
Well, I don't mind beach volleyball, but
men's beach volleyball, mate.
I just think that it's, like I said, there's only too many.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Yep.
So the party in which you're going to be the head of the political party is the Budgie Smuggler Party, Richo. So I need you to get into politics, the Budgie Smuggler Party. That's you.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Vote one for this.
Yep.
Mate. All right. If anybody's got any questions, we've been going 42 minutes, so we'll probably go for about an hour. And if anybody has any questions or anything, let's get them out there.
Playing it all for decades. Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's like, hence the reason why all these places, like, they want private companies to build the stadium and bits and pieces, and then of course they're going to have to make their money back.
That's what I mean, mate. It is all about money.
And it's like, it's the same thing with like power, right? Oh, we'll make it all, environmentally friendly, blah, blah, blah. I'll put up 50 wind turbines.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I have to charge you like a wounded bull because I need my money back.
I need my money back, yeah. And what happens when there's no wind, or they're breaking down, or you have to...
It doesn't matter. Whatever I pay for. So whether I do solar panels in the middle of the desert or friggin', I don't know.
Dig it out of the ground, whatever.
Whatever you set up, you have to get your money back, because your outlay to set it up is going to cost $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I charge you the same or a reduced rate for electricity, how long is it going to take me to get my $1 billion back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People don't set up businesses for free.
I don't. Otherwise, probably zero of them.
No. So if you and I went, all right, cool, we can power the whole of Brisbane. We'll set up, I don't know.
All right, we got Jay Hodge. Forget the last one. Jay Hodge says, forget the last one. Well, it goes back here and says, the word you're looking for up here, I believe the term you're after is wankers. Yes, mate. I wasn't going to read it out, but there you go. We've done it. When are you coming down to play 7 Mile and Tassie? Look, that'd be a good little trip. To do Tassie, but 7 Mile, and I know, was it Royal Hobart? They've done something down there as well. They've redone the place, and yes, that would be good to come down.
Yes. Yep. Not at the moment. Too cold.
It's too bloody cold. Too bloody cold.
Uh,
Old
Manipic,
Cutman golf.
no.
Yeah, read that out.
Not sure if you've been out to Manipi, but your thoughts. No, I haven't. The closest I got to it was one of the boys played in the soccer field and it backed straight onto it. So I had a bit of a peek over the fence. That's as close as I've got to it. Looks okay.
Looks okay.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it. We tried to do a video there maybe 2 years ago before it opened, and they said no, and that was it. I just haven't bothered contacting them again. I just thought it would have been good to get something up before the place was to even open, and then maybe now, a couple of years later, it would have been good to see it again. But I certainly know Ron Chopper went there with the Poly Golf boys, the Polynesian fellas who were down Brisbane way. He done a vlog there, which will come out soon-ish, I believe. So that would be good to see. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's a nice little golf course, no bunkers. It's a very playable track. It's good for a public track. Always pretty busy. Always in okay nick. So seems all right.
Yeah, probably worthwhile. Like I said, eventually we'll go out there.
Yeah, we'll eventually get out there. Like I said, I think we'd rather do the 9-hole tracks before it, just because I think even though we have done them, we haven't done courses that the majority of people play. You know what I mean? We do a lot of great courses, and that's awesome that we have that problem. But there's a lot of people that are playing 1 mile, Pine Rivers, Balimba, Corinda, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So,
right.
A couple of comments. Yep.
Cam Hill. Should the councils build more public courses since it's more popular? Do you know what? I think there was an opportunity for them to have taken over a couple of Part 3 courses. They could have taken over Albany Links, which they already sort of come under their ground after the lease came up, and now they've sold it off, right? Perfect little spot. You got the pub on one side, you got sporting fields on the other. It's wedged in the middle of both of those. That could have been one they could have taken over. I think we could do, like, we've got a couple of bigger courses, but I think to get people into golf, there's certainly, and when I talk about some 9-hole courses
mate, tell those birds to shut up.
Yeah. When I talk about 9-hole courses, it's not all 9-hole par 3 courses. I think we could do with a couple of ones that have got a sprinkling of both. So you don't necessarily need to have par 5s on there. Yeah, where you could still, you want half your holes still being able to use the driver. So you don't necessarily have to have any big long par 4s, big long par 5s. But, say if you got 5 par 4s and 4 par 3s, right, is probably a good course for people to cut their teeth on. For some older people to go and play that look at it and go, well, it's not too long. I think so. I was sort of down at Pinkenbar, the other side of Royal Queensland.
Yeah, well, they are doing a 9-hole there too. So speaking of that, so we're going to be doing Marucci River next week, more than likely. They're doing another 9 holes and then a short course. So they're doing 27 plus a little short course as well. I think Golf Central have been speaking about it for years. They need to pull their heads in, I reckon, and get that done in the next year or so. But like a little pitch and putt golf course with 1 par 4 sort of thing, that would be where you need to be.
Yeah. I think so. I think some places where you can just sort of walk on and get a hit. Yep.
I agree.
So a shorter course will punch people through quicker.
Correct.
So do you know what I mean? So, I was saying about Tevan Golf Course down this way was rated, like a couple of years ago, was rated like 94th in Australia, which is pretty decent for a 9-hole course. It's the same. They talk about you can play a bit over an hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. It's a decent little spot too.
Yep. And I think that's what you need.
Let's look at a couple here. Jayhod says, too cold, question mark. It hasn't rained here or had any wind for 3 weeks. It doesn't look, the next couple of days, he knows a guy at 7 Mile. Look, let us know how that goes, because that would be good to hear from somebody. I've got a mate who just went down there and said it was pure, so it'd be great to hear from you as well, Jay. David Lee says, 9 holes, two tees, par 3s and 4s, done. But seriously, don't buy into Tassie being too cold. There's less rain and wind here than anywhere else in Australia in winter. If the sun's out, it's the best weather for golf down here. That's fair. I would say Queensland in winter, though, but it does get windy.
Yeah. I suppose if I bring Al, I've always got someone to cuddle, keep me warm.
We got to cuddle, yeah.
And
you know what? And also, like anything under 20 degrees is cold.
Because I'd really like to go to Ratho Farm.
Yeah, we've got to do that, yeah.
Yep, I love old places.
Well, Ron did say that. How old are you?
Yep. Real old.
Real old.
Yeah.
Cam Hill again says he plays a 9-hole track.
Yep. Of course, very rough. It's been there. I practice and learn. Yep. And it's 18 bucks.
That's what it's all about. Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, because they're all the courses that people, you know. What is the oldest course in Australia? Ratho Farm. Yep.
I believe Ratho Farm's the oldest. Yep.
I think it's the oldest. I think the oldest in Queensland was Townsville or something.
Yeah, I think it was Townsville, and then the Heritage 9 at Virginia is top 3.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah.
And I think New Zealand the oldest course is Dunedin down south.
Really? Jeez, why would they bloody start down there?
Because I think that was an old port town. That's where all the ships came in. Right. So obviously set a course. But I think Cromwell's pretty old as well. So there's some really old courses over there as well. But Ratho is great. I'm 40 minutes from there. All right, mate. Well, you'll have to come as our tour guide.
Yep. When we're down there, we'll contact you, mate, without a doubt.
Yep.
We'll definitely have to do that. Like I said, it'd be something to do.
If you got a big backyard, we could just bloody sleep under a tree or something.
Cuddling in the cold.
Yep. We could be like on when they did Alone down there in Tassie.
Did they do it down there?
Yeah, they did Alone episode. Yeah.
I thought you'd be more naked and afraid, mate.
I'm naked and everyone else is afraid. They did Alone down there. Oh, I like Alone. Alone's a pretty good show.
So what? You're alone with a camera crew? Is that what it is?
No. You take the cameras in with you.
Yeah, right.
You are alone. Yeah.
Literally.
No. Yeah. You take them in. They pop in every now and then.
The camera up.
They do have a warning system, or there's some way you can flick something and they'll come and get you. So if you do hurt yourself, a couple of people stab themselves with axes and knives and shit. But yep.
Bloody hell. The Derwent River, nice. Jayhod's like that's the place to be, hey?
I have a big block oval in the Derwent River. All right, mate. So just bring a swag. Beautiful.
Maybe a cover over the swag, but yeah, I think that's about right. How can it not be cold? How can it not be cold, mate? What is the temperature down there right now at bloody 7 o'clock at night? Where are we at temperature wise? Because up here we're at what? I don't know. Teens, 18, maybe a little chillier. What is it in Tassie? For you, might be a little bit colder, but not much.
I don't know. I'll tell you what's surprising, but I went to the beach and had a swim. Right. The water's fantastic.
Yeah. It can't get too cold, can it?
No, its body was fantastic. Went down there, body surfing.
The budgie's out. Yeah.
The budgie's out. Yeah. Cleared the beach.
Yeah. So it's 10. So it's 10 in Tassie. Look, that's getting a bit chilly for me.
10? Jesus. All right.
Maybe need a couple more layers.
Jeez.
See, 10's when you start seeing dragon breath. You know what I mean? It's bloody cold.
No, it's not cold here.
No, it's not cold there. Oh, take that. Oh, did you get a haircut?
No, it just doesn't grow anymore.
All right. Well, we've been going for an hour. Any more questions? And we'll go for another 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like I said, for anybody else watching, we got that edit there. That's 9 holes at Twin Waters. Myself, I just played stroke, so that's great. Well, that'll come out this week. Next week will be Horizons from down in Newcastle, and then whatever we do after that, we'll try to catch up and do a 9-hole get together. But that'll be later on in the year. What's happening? Someone's attacking something?
Nah, no. But the family gone out for Mexican.
Oh, you bring an enchilada home or something? A quesadilla for
Nah,
you?
they'll bring nothing home for me. It'll be honey on toast for me.
You're gonna have to bring some honey when you get back. Yeah, if you can bring us some honey.
Oh, it'd probably be gone by then. I've been eating it by the spoonful.
You just been.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. But
No.
Look, everyone enjoy the footy tomorrow night.
Yeah, correct.
Enjoy your golf. Get out and play. What about you, Al? Any new stuff in your?
Mate, I've got 2 spider putters.
You haven't added to your 25 putters?
I've got the counterbalance one and the long one and the one I've got all putters. We've got lots of them. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, the only putters I really use or got really is the Answer Blade, which I will always have, and the new spider, Scotty Scheffler spider that I've been using. I feel really good with it, and I'll probably use that. I don't see me changing from that for quite a while.
Isn't it funny? I mean, we walked off with Ron after, 6 holes?
5 holes, yeah.
Yep, 5 holes. The advice he gave me, go back to the old putter.
Go back to the old putter. Yep, the Mizuno.
We talked to him about him. It was very much the same thing, isn't it? If it doesn't please your eye, you're nearly defeated.
It's a hard one, yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with golf clubs, isn't it? If you put down a golf club behind a ball and you go, oh, God, that looks ugly.
Yep, correct.
You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time.
Absolutely.
But, no. Otherwise, that's about it. But, I think I'll take the lead powder a few more times. I'll see.
Yeah, correct.
I think
I agree.
Certainly be one of those 2 putters for me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Have I frozen?
Yeah, frozen. Hey?
Oh, no, I've frozen. Have I frozen?
Frozen. Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to be the snowman?
Hey, you've turned into... Look, I'm upside down. You've turned into Elsa.
I am Elsa.
Oh,
no,
nice.
Mate. That's all good. All right. Well, if that's buggered, then it's buggered. But thanks for everybody. What happened to the pyramid putter, Richo? I think
Pyramid
Macklin
putter?
had it.
Yeah, that's the last time we ever saw it.
Yeah,
it was
actually, had it.
Yeah, it was an okay putter.
I saw a video pop up of Peter Finch's, actually. Saves 6 to 7 shots off your score.
Oh, is he using one?
Well, no, but that was a while ago. It's from a couple of years ago. But
yeah.
No, you just got to find what you like. That's part of it. Find what you like and then go from there.
Yeah. Yep.
Bring back the old school, Scotty. Yeah, he did mention that.
Do you know what? The Mizuno putter is pretty well exactly the same as the Scotty.
Yep, correct.
Pretty well different colour, same shape. I reckon it's pretty much the same weight. It's got the same grip on it.
Yep.
So to me, it's pretty well the same, except it doesn't have a bent neck.
Yep, I agree. All right, we're going to get out of here. That's an hour done. But anyway, guys, thank you. I've frozen. I'm Elsa. I'm done.
I'm upside down.
Thanks for watching, everyone. we'll go from there.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you very much. We'll see you for Twin Waters in a couple of days, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys. Thanks, Richo. Enjoy your last couple of days. See you, mate.
See you, mate.
Bye.